What if the biggest advantage you'll ever have in investing has nothing to do with how much money you start with, but simply how young you are right now? Most people don't start investing until their late 20s or 30s, after years of paychecks already spent, opportunities already missed. But if you're a teenager watching this, you have something money can't buy back later: time. In this video, we're walking through exactly how to start investing as a teenager, step by step, from your very first bank account at 13, all the way through building real long-term wealth as a young adult age 13. Open an investing account at 13. You likely can't legally open a brokerage account on your own, but that doesn't mean you can't start. Many platforms allow custodial accounts, an investment account opened by a parent or guardian on your behalf, where you technically own the investments, but an adult manages the account until you're old enough to take over. Getting started this early isn't about making huge returns immediately. It's about understanding how investing actually works, watching real money grow or shrink, and building comfort with the process long before financial pressure or bigger paychecks enter the picture. Age 14. Find your talent before you can invest serious money. You need a way to earn it. At 14, this is the perfect time to explore what you're actually good at, whether that's writing, art, coding, sports, music, or something entirely unique to you. This isn't just about making pocket money, it's about discovering skills that could eventually become a source of income, whether through small freelance gigs, competitions, or simply building expertise that compounds over time, just like investments do. Age 15. Stash your money. Once you start earning small amounts, whether from allowance, odd jobs, or your emerging talent, the habit that matters most isn't how much you save, it's that you save consistently. At 15, opening a simple savings account and getting into the habit of setting aside a portion of whatever you earn builds a financial reflex that most adults never develop. This isn't about deprivation, it's about training yourself early to prioritize saving before spending, a habit that becomes exponentially more valuable as your income grows later in life. Age 16. Hone your skills. By 16, you likely have a clearer sense of what you enjoy and what you're good at. This is the time to deliberately sharpen that skill. Whether through practice, online courses, mentorship, or real-world experience, the goal is to move from casually interested to genuinely competent, because skills that reach a professional level open doors to real income opportunities, internships, freelance work, or even small business ideas, all of which can fund your growing investment accounts. Age 17. Pass your driving test. This might seem like an odd financial milestone, but independence has real economic value. Being able to drive means access to better job opportunities, reliable transportation for side hustles or part-time work, and reduced dependency on others for basic mobility. Financially responsible teenagers often underestimate how much time and opportunity is lost simply by not being able to get themselves where they need to be efficiently. Age 18 and beyond. Building your financial foundation. Once you turn 18, everything shifts. You're legally an adult, capable of managing your own finances entirely. This is where your financial foundation truly begins to take shape. Step 1. Open a bank account if you haven't already. Open your own personal checking and savings account. This isn't just symbolic, it's practical, giving you full control over deposits, withdrawals, and financial tracking, separate from any custodial accounts your parents may have previously managed. Step 2. Get a credit card. A common myth is that credit cards are dangerous and should be avoided entirely. In reality, responsibly using a credit card, small purchases, paid off in full every month, is one of the most effective ways to build credit history early. Strong credit becomes essential later for renting apartments, buying vehicles, or securing loans at favorable interest rates. The key word here is responsible. Never spend more than you can immediately pay off. Step 3. Open an adult investing account at 18. You can finally open a brokerage account entirely in your own name. No custodial account required. If you've already been investing through a custodial account, this is the point where you take full ownership. If you haven't started yet, There's no better time than now. Even small, consistent contributions into diversified investments like index funds allow compound growth to begin working in your favor for decades to come. Step 4. Consider university. Carefully, university can be an incredible investment in your future earning potential, but it's not automatically the right choice for everyone, and it's certainly not something to enter without a financial plan. Consider the actual cost, potential student debt, and realistic career outcomes tied to your chosen field of study. University should be a calculated decision, not just an assumed next step, because the debt taken on here can significantly impact your financial flexibility for years afterward. 5. Avoid bad debt. Not all debt is created equal. Some debt, like reasonable student loans for a career with strong earning potential, or a mortgage for a home that builds equity, can be considered strategic. Bad debt, however, typically comes from high-interest credit card balances, unnecessary loans, or financing lifestyle purchases you can't actually afford. Learning to distinguish between debt that builds your financial future and debt that quietly drains it is one of the most important financial skills you'll ever develop. 6. Start a side hustle. Even with a full-time job or education, building an additional income stream through a side hustle significantly accelerates your ability to save and invest. This could be freelance work related to skills you developed earlier, a small online business, content creation, or leveraging any specialized knowledge you've built over the years. The extra income doesn't just add to your savings, it compounds your ability to invest more aggressively while you're still young enough to absorb market volatility. Step 7. Long-term investing. Finally, the most important principle tying everything together. Consistent, long-term investing. Rather than trying to time the market or chase quick returns, focus on regularly investing in diversified assets and letting time and compound growth do the heavy lifting. Starting in your teenage years, or immediately after, gives you a decades-long head start that someone beginning even 10 years later simply cannot fully replicate, no matter how much they eventually earn. Financial success was never really about starting with a lot of money. It's about starting early, staying consistent, and letting time work in your favor. If you're a teenager watching this, you already have the single greatest advantage any investor can have: decades ahead of you. The only real question left is, will you actually start now? Or will you be the person years from now wishing you had? If this video helped you understand how to start investing and building wealth as a teenager, hit subscribe for more videos that break down how to build real financial freedom. And thanks for watching.